Today I'm not going to talk about knowledge. I'm going to talk about my real life experience and the power of my determination that I've been through since 2013 on the first day I joined real estate until today. Right. So let me introduce myself. My name is Zihan. You probably haven't heard of me, but I'm actually one of the HOT in Penang, IKEA Elite Penang, and I graduated from Multimedia University with a bachelor degree of Media Innovation and Entrepreneurship, and I graduated in 2012 with Master of Business Administration, majoring in Finance, and I joined real estate in 2013. As soon as I graduated, I worked for my dad for a little while and I joined real estate in Penang. Now, in 2015, I joined IQI. So I've been with IQI for 5 years. So that is my brief introduction. Now, without further ado, let us go into our topic today. So the topic of mine is the power of determination that pushes me from 2013 to today. So I have some real life stories to share with you, including others and mine. Now, the first story that I'm going to share with you is about a story of a company called Michelin. Okay, Michelin. Now, in case you don't know what is Michelin, this is Michelin. Okay, Michelin. I'm not sure whether you can see it or not. Okay, now Michelin is a tire manufacturer. This story was told by one of my very best buddies that about the story of the Michelin, but I actually don't really believe him initially. So I googled into the story of Michelin and I realized that he's telling me the truth. So Michelin is a tire manufacturer company. And have you ever wondered why today Michelin is actually a food rating company as well? Every year they issue the newsletter, a magazine of Michelin star restaurants. Okay, nobody wonders how can a tire company relate to a food rating company. Now, here's the story. Michelin tire manufacturer, okay, actually manufactured tire during the year of 1900. And for a tire, the lifetime of a tire actually lasts about, if you always drive, you know, a tire actually lasts about probably 2 to 3 years, I would say. Now, in order for a tire to last for shorter time, because just imagine today if you buy a tire, okay, and you use it for 2 to 3 years, then the repeating business of Michelin tire will be very, very low in frequency. So what can Michelin do in order to increase the sales of the tire? So Michelin come up with an idea. Michelin, they went to outskirts from the town of them. They went to outskirts, okay, probably about 50 to 100 kilometers away, and they look for restaurants. And then they go to the restaurant and they do the rating. So when they do the rating, they bring the information back to the town and they present to all the people in the town. So when people look at the newsletter, people will say, hey, oh, this restaurant is not bad, huh? So they are willing to travel all the way to the outskirts to try out the food. When they travel all the way to the outskirts to try out the food, not only one person travel all the way, everybody travel all the way to the outskirts. So travel all the way, come back, and then you travel, he travel, me travel, she travel, everybody travels, and the use of the tire keep on increasing. And that's how the business of the tire increase. Now, the point that I wanted to, bring out is that Michelin comes to a point when they have no idea and they have totally running out of idea, and they wanted to get the business keep on running, and here they come up with the idea. So ask yourself, how determined do you want to be successful? Are you actually doing what you are doing in leading you to the successful road? That's the thing that I want to bring up for the very first story. Right, now let me share with you about my real life story. In 2013, I joined real estate, a company in Penang. So the very first 3 weeks of my real estate journey, I was so scared because I have totally, I have no income, no basic salary, nothing. I was so scared. And on the 3rd week, there is a roadshow came in. So I was in dilemma whether I want to join the roadshow or not. So one of the leaders in my previous company told me this: Zihan, just imagine today, okay, you sit in our office and you just spend 4 days time in the office during this weekend from Thursday to Sunday. Do you think you are able to get the lead? Do you think are you able to arrange a viewing? Do you think you are able to close a case? So I was thinking, am I able to close a case during this weekend? Am I able to do so? I thought it's almost impossible. So why you don't want to join this roadshow since the roadshow is already here? Now, back in 2013, roadshow is a very good platform for us to do all those prospecting and close cases, because during that time there wasn't any Facebook or social media yet. Facebook, there is Facebook, but we don't really venture into the Facebook marketing yet. So I went to the roadshow. Now, first day I almost gave up, but I continued the second day. Second day, during the dinner time, before dinner, I almost gave up already. But one of my colleagues told me, he said, Zihan, go and have some rest, get some food, walk around and come back. So I follow what they said. I go and rest, took my dinner, and then I came back. So I continued to serve. During the first and the second day, I absorbed everything that my colleagues has done. I absorbed everything from them. I acquired all the skills, and then by end of the second day, I closed a case. Now, when you close a case, that is the very first deal of your life. That is the first deal of my life, and I got motivated. So what happened was I was so motivated, and the third day, because the case that I closed is almost like end of the second day. So the third day, early in the morning, I went to Queensway Mall at the center atrium, and I started to push to distribute all the flyers as much as possible. So I distribute, and surprisingly, the third day, I was able to close 5 cases in one day. 5 cases in one day. Not only I surprised everybody, but I surprised by myself that I closed 5 cases in a day. Okay, and then after that, on the 4th day, early in the morning, I came again, and on the 4th day, I closed 2 cases. So second day, I closed 1 case. Third day, I closed 5 cases. 4th day, I closed 2 cases. Now, from that time, I knew that real estate is a very you decide what kind of income do you want. You decide by yourself what kind of income do you want. So any job offer that came to me, I just rejected, because I knew that that is not the thing that I want. That I wanted to be in the real estate business, because I wanted to decide my own income level. Okay, now the moral of the story is that I almost gave up, but I determined to do it. Now, let me go into the third story. The third story is in 2015. In the year of 2015, I met a lady named Angeline, and she is one of my saviors, I would say. She introduced me to IQI. During that time, I would say I was in a comfort zone. So I was in a very dilemma whether I should step out from the comfort zone from my ex-company and step into IQI, because when you are staying too long in a comfort zone, it is very hard for you to take the step out and make a change, like what Aaron said, change and adapt. So that is the turning point. That is considered the turning point of my life. I took the step. I stepped out from my ex-agency. I stepped out from the so-called comfort zone, and I joined IQI. Okay, so since then, IKEA has changed my life, I would say. Now, one thing that I wanted to tell you guys is end of 2015, I get to know this guy. He just joined us. His name is Adrian Xiao lah. Okay, so what I want to say is that for people like us, people like me, I would say people like me, probably things that I have seen is only like 100 or 1 kilometer away. But people like Adrian, they already see 10 kilometers away. The road that they have seen already 10 kilometers away, much more ahead of us. Okay? Every single opportunities that came to us, we must seize it. There is one story about, if you haven't heard of it, there is one story about Bill Gates was interviewed by a broadcaster. So this broadcaster interviewed Bill Gates, and she asked Bill Gates, what is the success, what is the story behind your success, what is the secret behind the success, behind your success? So Bill Gates did not answer the broadcaster. Bill Gates bring out the checkbook, and then Bill Gates present to the broadcaster, write down any amount that you want. So the broadcaster felt offended, and the broadcaster told Bill Gates, I don't mean that, I mean just tell me what is the secret of your success. So Bill Gates again present the checkbook to the broadcaster. Now the broadcaster felt offended, tear off all the checks, and Bill Gates told the broadcaster, if I were you, I seize every single opportunities that come to me. If I were you, I would already write down the amount that I want in the check, and you probably would be the richest broadcaster today. That's the difference. That's the difference. Okay, seizing the opportunity. Okay, now the fourth story that I'm going to share about is first mover advantage. In year 2015 to 2016, Elite was the first group. Elite was what I would say was the first group to venture into Facebook marketing. During that time, we were using all those post engagement, and you know, there wasn't any lead generation, no traffic ads, no messenger, no chat field, nothing. And that time I was with Adrian. Yes, Adrian. Okay, the first wave came when the launch of the affordable home, One Foresta. So we experienced the wave of One Foresta, and then after that Forest View came. Then we experienced again, not only me, now Tak Wai, Billy, everyone experienced the wave of the Forest View, as well as Santorini. Okay? So during that time, we were so determined to queue overnight just to fight for the units. Although during that time our comp was only 3,000 per unit, 3,000 ringgit per unit. I still remember vividly, during that time we queue up overnight just to fight for the units, to pass our check-in, to fight for the unit, and sometimes we quarrel with other agency. Okay, so I just want to say that during this 14 days lockdown period, ask yourself, what are you doing? I ask myself, what should I do? Should I really make a change to go live? Should I do it or not? And the situation is changing. Situation is changing now. So if I don't go live, if I don't do live, okay, people are doing. She is doing, he is doing, Adrian memang doing already lah. Everybody is doing. So if I don't do, I will be much more fall back much more further, you know. So by the time when everybody that did live already become so successful, and we just started to load our gun and learn how to shoot, we already been left out too far. So if today you choose not to do, okay, that means you choose not to change. Okay, I myself, I don't like to do live, I don't like to do public speaking, but I choose to do it because we have no choice. We have to do it. Like Aaron said, change and adapt. Okay, now From 2015 to 2017, I myself has fight and overcome all the fears. Like for example, I'm scared of solo traveling, and I travel to more than 50 cities by myself with IQI, and of course with my lovely Aaron and Irins, to a lot of places. I overcome all the fears of mine. And in 2018, I made a conscious decision to change the direction of my life. What happened was, my body sent out some red alert, some signal that warned me that if I do not take action to change my lifestyle, the way I eat, the way I, being so comfort in a way, I might probably gone at a very young age. Because during 2017, I hit the so-called heaviest weight in my life. I was about 135 kg, you see. So by end of 18, my body sent out the signal, and of course the things that actually triggered me was my insurance policy. I was trying to upgrade, but I couldn't upgrade because insurance companies name me as over obese. Okay, my height is about 162 cm, but just imagine 162 cm with 135 kg, that is over obese. My BMI is already overshoot. So by end of 2018, I decided to change. I set a target to myself that I have to bring my body weight down from 135 kg down to 2 digit by end of 2019. So I commit to myself. I believe a lot of people seen the process of me changing from 135 kg to today. So I commit to myself that I will change, and I go full force by carry out, initially I carry out weight training, and then I switch to cardio, and then I commit to myself, I join some events. I commit to myself that I have to do it no matter what. Okay, so I never stop exercising. Ask every single colleagues in Penang. I never ever stop exercising almost every single day. From the first day I commit, and I did not consume rice for a year. Okay, that's the thing that I have changed, to lose all my weights, about 35 kg, more than 35 kg within a year time. And here I am, from 135 kg down to 2 digit and counting down. Okay, now I have done full marathon, 42 km. I'm a finisher, and I have done 15 times half marathon with my personal best time of 1 hour and 40 minutes. 1 hour and 40 minutes is a very fast pace, where you run 1 kilometer in less than 5 minutes. That's a very fast pace. And I'm a 2 times triathlon finisher and 1 duathlon finisher. And by far the highest of my sportsmanship life achievement is my Ironman 70.3 finisher. I finished 1.9 kilometer swim, 90 kilometer bike, and 21 kilometer run. Can you imagine how hard it is? How hard it is? How suffer it is? You have to swim for 1.9 kilometer, you have to ride for 90 kilometers, and yet after your ride you have to step out from your bike and you need to run for 21 kilometers. That is not only physically fit, you must be mentally fit as well. Mindset is the most important thing. If you do not have a strong mindset, you cannot do it. If you are not determined to do it, you cannot do it. Not everybody can do it. Okay, so we must train our mind to be strong and to be determined to do it. So if I am determined to do it, so do you. So I urge everyone to be determined to do whatever we have to do, we want to do, and we accomplish and break through our limits, because life is too short to be wasted. Okay, now I have read a book by Anthony Robbins, and I found out that this is way that you can start to change your life. Okay, so there are 3 steps to create a long-lasting change. Okay, the first step, raise our standards. Okay, raise our standards. Now, write down everything you can no longer accept and tolerate in your life, in our life. Okay, and write down the things that you aspire to becoming. Okay, write down and raise your standard. Okay, you must raise your standard, not remain the same. Okay, and then step 2, what you need to do is change your limiting beliefs. Okay, if you believe that you cannot do it, you will definitely cannot do it, because that's the belief system in you yourself. So change your limiting beliefs. Okay, we must develop a sense of certainty that we can and will meet the new standards before we actually do. You must believe in yourself. Okay, empowering beliefs, the sense of certainty, is the force behind any great success throughout history. Okay, so not only you need to raise your standard, but you must change your limiting beliefs. Okay, step 3, change your strategy. Okay, change your strategy. Very simple. Okay, who do you want to become? Ask yourself, who do you want to become in this industry? Who do you want to become? Do you want to become like as famous as Ashley Tan? Do you want to become as intelligent as Adrian Xiao? Do you want to become as handsome as Chiu Tak Wai? If you want, take them as your role model. Okay, someone that already done what you are about to do. Okay, tap into their knowledge, learn from them. Okay, not only will make you more effective, but definitely will save your time, because we do not have to reinvent the wheel. Okay, we just need to fine-tune and reshape and make it better. Alright, so it's very simple. Like I said, set ourselves a higher standard, get ourselves to believe. Certainly we will figure out the strategies. Okay, now there is a few role models that we should learn from. There's a few people that I think we should learn from. Now the very first person that I want to talk about is Adrian Xiao. Okay, Adrian has a soul of a champion. Okay, I still remember crystal clear in my mind when I actually met him at the downstairs of one of the condo, Hillcrest, and he told me that he was going to get married, and he is about to become a father 8 months from that time. Okay, and he has no choice because he withdrew himself from Intel and he changed into a job that has no basic salary. Okay, look at him today. He is a father of a son. Okay, and he made an outstanding breakthrough to achieve greater results again and again every single year. Okay, so if he can do it, why can't we? Now the second person that I'm going to talk about is one of my team members, and also he is one of the youngest HOT. His name is Tak Wai. Tak Wai was a boy with lack of confidence, and definitely he was not a problem solver during that time, and he decided to make a change from a miserable boy to a 6-figure income earner today. Okay, within a couple of years. Okay, he decided to make a change from not a problem solver to a totally fully problem solver. Okay, and I bet he never thought that, you know, this day could come. And the most important thing is that his mom is goddamn proud of him. He is driving a BMW at a very young age of 26, and just imagine, his mom is so proud of him, and that's the power that pushed him, the determination. Okay, the third person that I'm going to talk about is Wei Long. He's a man on fire, a highly motivated warrior, especially the time when he found the purpose of his life. Okay, once he found the purpose of his life, he changed to a totally motivated warrior. Okay, and become an initiative person that push and break through his limits again and again. Okay, and the next person that I'm going to talk about is Desmond Sin, a very young 26 million achiever that always believed that impossible is nothing. Now, impossible is nothing is a quote from Adidas. That's why he is the spokesperson of Adidas. He wears all the Adidas. Okay, and creating better results every year. Last year, he closed 26 million of sales. Okay, of course, he claimed that that is the help from the Almighty God. But without his effort, without his hard work, he wouldn't achieve this kind of results. Okay, and of course, last but not least, a person that I admire the most, our VP, my brother, Mr. Aaron Xiao. Now, this guy is a legend for me. Okay, not only he is a problem solver in our industry, but a problem solver in every aspect in our lives. Today, if you throw a problem to him, he will give you a solution. Whatever problems you throw to him, he will give you a solution. What I'm saying is, not only in real estate, in anything, you just throw him the problem, he will give you the solution. That's the so-called legend. Okay, now, so how long already? 28 minutes, ngam ngam ho. 30 minutes. Now, so I hereby now before I end here, let me show you guys this. Do you guys know what is this? This is a Rubik's Cube. Okay, this is a Rubik's Cube. Watch a movie called The Pursuit of Happiness. Okay, watch the movie called The Pursuit of Happiness, and you will understand how determined is this guy, acted by Will Smith, to achieve his goal as a stockbroker. Okay, the story that I want to tell you about this Rubik's Cube is that I learned this Rubik's Cube by solving the whole Rubik's Cube. Okay, from no knowledge until I solved the whole Rubik's Cube, less than 30 hours. Okay, a lot of people do not know how to solve this, but let me show you, because I have a few minutes time, so let me show you. Okay, to achieve this kind of so-called skills to solve this Rubik's Cube, there are people, you know, learning from years to years to actually solve it, but I believe that nothing can stop me from learning if I want to. So I used less than 30 hours time, and I was able to learn how to solve it, and then I, you know, strengthen my skill and solve it in a very fast way. Okay, let me show you. See, people try to solve this Rubik's Cube in, you know, spend times in years to learn how to do it, but here I am, solve it within minutes, it's done. See, so if I can do it, I'm nothing. If I can do it, so do you. So I hereby ending my sharing tonight with my very last words to our fellow Elysians. Godspeed, Elysians. See you at the top. Let me see the comment first. Right, I think that is all. Alright, thank you very much. I love you guys. Bye bye.